I had a quite a week, just like a lot of the dear sisters I know here have had, in terms of challenging experiences and that sort of thing, and just ups and downs. We know that this is energetically how it is right now as we are transforming, as we are awakening into higher levels of our soul's awareness. And it's interesting how it reflects on the human experience. And what I've discovered through lots of family, friends, clients reaching out this week, including what I've been experiencing, I realized, and I've heard people in Lightbody talk about this before, that many of us are experiencing challenges, suffering, pain in the healing process and in the transformation process, rather than experiencing this awakening through grace and ease. So there's still something in our experience where we are experiencing these things through suffering. There's a part of us that are still choosing that versus grace and ease and welcoming that in. And so as we go into our experience today, that's the space we're holding, is show me how to bring in more grace and ease as I transform, as I become more and more in my truth, in my authenticity. So that's where we're headed today. So this is a good time to get yourself comfortable, get yourself in a space where you can really get into that more altered state. Video off is usually best, just so that way the recording isn't showing like faces, and I'll spotlight myself. Well, actually, I'm already spotlighted. Okay, I can see that on this thing. So as we can start to go in, you can then have your own private experience as we really tune in. And as I said, the ancestors really brought this forward for us. And as I was in meditation, especially the last few days of experiencing lots of intense energies, my grandmother continues to come forward. And she keeps on showing me the patterns, the cycles that have been passed down from generation to generation. And this morning she brought in, and this is my mother's mother, she brought in very clearly, this is where we get to go. Because the reminder here is that this isn't ours, that these patterns we're choosing, this choosing suffering rather than grace and ease, has most to do with what we have been gifted from our people versus what is within our true nature to be. Yes, we have our own wounding as well, but the way the ancestors are explaining this to me is that the layers that are really impacting us are not our own. They have been passed down to us, and we continue to treat them as our own. So we're going to dive in today. And so giving yourself some space to get comfortable, whatever that looks like for you, sitting up, laying down, whatever works. I have been noticing, for me personally, in meditation, I have to do it laying down. It's the way I'm connecting in deeper, and I'm not falling asleep. It's this space of I think it's my body is surrendering more as I lay down versus trying to keep myself sitting up. If you're someone that sitting up works best for you to get into an altered state, go there. Do what's right for you. There is no right, wrong, good, or bad. There is old teachings that can continue to drive how we connect spiritually and energetically. Those old teachings may not resonate with you anymore, that you have to do it this way, you have to connect this way, you have to do these particular steps. All of those sort of things are really dismantling within us. We're coming into this new way of being that's in our personal and soul level truth rather than what we have been taught and shown by others. this internal sourcing is really where we're headed. And so this experience today, as the ancestors are coming forward very strong, they are helping us to remove those layers of their influence that is preventing us from connecting with our truth in sovereignty. So this is where we're headed today. And as I am starting to tune in to where we're headed, it feels like the elemental realm is coming in very strong to help us clear the energy and our ancestors. So it's exciting.